Second, the Board of Estimates approves over $500 million in city contracts for goods and services every year. It is just frankly irresponsible for that level of power to be so anti-democratic.
Well, Baltimore City Comptroller Bill Henry is speaking out in favor of a charter amendment proposal from City Council President Nick Mosby to shrink the city's spending board. Fox 45's Mackenzie Frost has been following this push and joins us live right now in studio with more. Mackenzie?
Yeah, Guy, we know Mayor Brandon Scott once supported this effort to strip the mayors of the power on the city's Board of Estimates. He introduced a similar charter amendment 4 years ago when he was council president. But now it's back up for debate, and the mayor seems to be changing his tune. Comptroller Bill Henry tells me today that change should be concerning. Baltimore city government gives the mayor a lot of power, especially over decisions about how to spend your tax dollars.
The Board of Estimates approves over $500 million in city contracts for goods and services every year.
Good morning.
There are 5 members on the board: the mayor, comptroller, and council president. 2 of the mayor's appointees as well, the city solicitor and Department of Public Works director. In 2020, as council president, Brandon Scott sought to remove the appointees from the board.
This isn't about me. This is about the citizens of Baltimore, making sure that we have the best structure in Baltimore city government.
Scott's plan did not go anywhere 4 years ago. Now, current city council president Nick Mosby is reigniting the conversation. And it's not clear Mayor Brandon Scott is on board anymore. But an ally of Mosby's proposal is speaking up.
When I was elected in 2020, Baltimoreans made a clear choice that they wanted accountability in City Hall.
City Comptroller Bill Henry says shrinking the board, leaving 3 citywide elected leaders to make money decisions, is good for Baltimore.
That creates a structure that is less prone to corruption. Because it doesn't all come down to just what one person wants.
But Mayor Scott's current stance on the issue is raising questions.
When he was council president, he agreed that the mayor's power needs this check on it. The fact that now he's mayor and no longer feels that way should be its own concern to Baltimoreans.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Last week, we asked the mayor about his comments 4 years ago. In 2020, you said whatever the mayor wants, it's going to pass the board because the mayor has the votes. It's not representative
of democracy, because you're not going to vote against your boss because you'll be fired.
Do you still stand by those words?
Absolutely. My comments about the charter amendment can't be talking about one. When we have someone that you know very well who is trying to fund and tear down Baltimore's democracy, all of those collectively together, anybody that can see clearly can see that this is an attack on black political power, period.
Do you believe that this charter amendment has anything to do with the racial makeup or potentially power in Baltimore City?
No, I don't. I think it's a very good strategy to defeat this charter amendment by lumping it in with other charter amendments that may have different motivations. But this charter amendment is excessively democratic. In a predominantly black city, I don't know how you can diminish black political power by turning that power over to all of its elected officials citywide instead of concentrating it in just one.
Henry says he's talking with council members to find out where they stand on the latest proposal.
You really should talk to them individually to get that. I shouldn't speak for them.
So we reached out to every member of the City Council Wednesday asking if they support the charter amendment to shrink the Board of Estimates, stripping power away from the mayor. Councilwoman Danielle McCrae not directly answering the question, but telling Fox 45 News in a statement she doesn't have any pressing concerns about the current BOE structure, adding she's open to discussions. The rest of the council not answering or even responding. Meanwhile, it's unclear when or if the proposal will come up for a vote, but it would need the City Council and the mayor's approval to appear on the November ballot. Now, Comptroller Henry says at this point he doesn't think the charter amendment will make it through the council in time to appear on the ballot for voters this year, but he says that doesn't mean that it should not be discussed and possibly appear on the ballot in 2 years. Kai?
And Mackenzie, Comptroller Henry is also frustrated about another charter amendment. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, there's another plan that seeks to move the city auditor from the comptroller's office to the city council. Henry says this would allow the auditor to report to the legislative branch rather than the executive, allowing for more checks and balances. But now Henry is pulling the plug on the plan. He's blaming Mayor Brendan Scott for it.
The mayor had told me privately during the campaign that he was willing to support that. He just wanted to do it after the election. And he didn't want that to be a campaign issue. And so we waited until after the election, and nothing happened and nothing happened. And when I confronted him, he admitted that he had changed his mind and was not going to be moving forward with supporting that, which was very depressing because he had made a commitment and he had then gone back on it.
I reached out to the mayor's office today to respond to those comments from the comptroller. And I just got a statement this afternoon saying the mayor talked with Comptroller Henry and, quote, deeply appreciates his passion. The statement goes on to say, upon evaluating the proposal, reviewing the implications with staff and experts, and comparing systems with those of peer cities, the mayor determined that support for this proposal as it stands is not in the best interest of all Baltimoreans. You can look for the full statement from the mayor's office in this story on our website at foxbaltimore.com. Live in the studio, Mackenzie Frost, Fox 45 News.
I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.